For the last 5 seasons, the Denver Nuggets motto has been, "We don't skip steps." There are no shortcuts on the road to success. Just hard work that never takes a night off. It's an identity that only the undrafted, underrated, and unentitled understand or appreciate. It's not Hollywood. It's not Broadway. It's a long dirt road that winds 14,000 feet above each coast, above the clouds, above the plains, and above the doubts of the countless skeptics who have written them off.
I don't see the Denver Nuggets.
For most of this season, that road looked like it could be leading to the promised land. The Nuggets finally had the experience, the talent. But this season has been especially unforgiving. Nug life never sleeps. However, if the last few years have taught us anything about this team, this organization, this coach, or these players, count them out at your own peril. This is a group of underrated, undrafted, disregarded, written-off warriors who still absolutely believe. So if you want to doubt them, go ahead. The Nuggets won't listen to that noise. They never have. They never will. Because we don't back down from anything or anyone. We don't skip steps. We don't give up. We don't care what the national media thinks. Let them say we don't have a chance. We don't give a fuck.
So close. So close. Try again.
Was there a countdown? There was a countdown, right? I thought there was a countdown. What is up, everybody, and welcome into the DNVR Nuggets pregame show. Let's do this.
We did not back down.
Guys, I'm telling you. I'm ready to run through a wall.
Dude, run through the glass.
Jump
that was
over
like
a
way
car.
more dramatic.
Yeah, run right through the glass.
This is right downstairs.
I'm ready to do it, guys. I'm hyped. We're presented, as always, by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Not only are we going to preview the game
Holy smokes.
and get hyped for it, we're also going to win some money on tonight's game because I've got a lock. I don't know what Dev has for us, but I have a lock that is
Adam lock.
I'm telling you, it's the biggest lock of the year. It's going to hit in the first quarter.
Well, that's not like Adam to be arrogant out the gate.
What
It's
more
not
can we
true.
do for these people?
What more
we
could we
entertain
do?
you. We give up of ourselves.
We give so much.
We give you money.
We're going to have Harrison Wynn giving a vibe check live from Ball Arena. He's at Ball Arena. I can't wait to hear about the vibes. We're going to talk about the day one in the playoffs. It's been an eventful one. And, of course, preview the show. But first, the man with the boyish charm, Brendan Vogt.
We have waited a calendar year. It feels like more or less for this moment. The bar is packed. Still standing room available.
Don't come down, man.
Still
We're
come
packing this
down.
thing.
Pack
Standing
in.
room only, but there's room to
You
stand.
can eat and drink while you're standing. There's no
Dude, come
rules
be-
against it.
Come be part of a larger organism. Remember what that used to feel like? You'd be in a large group.
I almost thought you said a large orgasm.
Me too.
Well, listen, if things go right.
Been a part of that.
If things go right,
It's like
everything's
it's
on
not
the
that
table.
close.
I was
No,
on
it's
that
okay.
relationship.
Yeah.
People are vaccinated. Yeah.
Jeff is about to go up. Over here, I got the man with sex on his mind. It's D-Line Co.
Guys, I'm ready.
You ready?
My body is
His
ready.
body is ready.
for the sex, just to be clear,
sex, yeah.
and the game, hopefully.
And then, of course, over here, Superstar Dev. Arriving in the nick of time, Superstar Dev.
I'm excited to be back with the boys. I've been watching you guys from afar, and I'm like, they're good. They're good. They're missing one
They're missing
piece.
They are
something.
missing a
There's
piece.
just one piece that they're missing, and
Couldn't
I'm
agree more.
glad to be back.
A lot of people said this was the best week of shows that they've had,
Yeah.
so I don't know. We got that comment. Didn't you see that? We
They
saw
also-
that a lot.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Streets are talking.
The hell is
Streets
happening
are
here?
talking.
And they were like, we can't put our finger quite on why. Something's
There's one
different.
piece.
Man, I really do feel like a school child right now. You know, on the
school
last
child.
day of school or the first day. My kids get excited for the first day of school. They're
Yeah.
kindergarten. They don't know
course,
better,
dude.
you know, but maybe the last day of
When
school.
you go supply shopping, it starts to get real.
Oh, man.
Lay it out ahead of time. your
Supply
outfit.
shopping, sneaky fun.
Did you lay this outfit out ahead of time?
I did not. I actually put on 2 other shirts. My wife is like very underwhelming. So this was
Also-
my good shirt.
was
This
the
was my. This was
Also-
the good one.
Also, you can't see this, but Adam's pants are tucked into his socks.
Are they really?
The one.
Where are they at? What happened here? How did that happen?
He's
All
like,
night
oh,
long,
you guys
they said
love
nothing.
ankles on this show?
I was waiting. I was
I'm gonna
saving
do the opposite.
for the perfect moment, which was in front of everybody.
Well, we got to get this thing moving, guys. Enough of my socks. Nuggets, Blazers, game 1 from Denver. What do we have from game notes here tonight?
Well, Zach Collins is the only player on the
Yeah, he's
Portland
been out,
injury
yeah.
report. He's been out, as we know. For the Nuggets, usual suspects, Will Barton still out for today, PJ Dozier out, Jamal Murray out. Austin Rivers is available. Was questionable
Ooh, that's
all
a big
day.
one.
Non-COVID related illness.
Non-COVID related illness. I'm going to triple check right now for starters. Haven't seen them yet, but Austin Rivers, boys, he is available tonight.
It's so crazy we live in this time where it's like illness, not COVID.
I know.
Well, it's like could be anything else.
Well, yeah,
could be horrible, much worse than COVID. Actually, could be. But we have to clarify.
That's the thing. Like anytime you feel a sniffle, you're like, I don't know if should I tell people this?
Should I tell people?
You're like, I think I just have a cold, but I also might not be allowed to be around anybody for like 14 days.
But hopefully, look, man, major X factor, Austin Rivers in the series, and his availability tonight is going to be a pretty big deal. I still, I can't wait for starters to drop because I'm so curious who it'll be. But I would think he'll be there.
Starters just
we got
dropped.
all right. What do we got,
Here
Dev?
Facu.
Check.
Austin Rivers.
All right, he is
go.
starter.
He's
All right,
in,
let's
baby.
go. He is a starter, baby.
Go.
AG.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Michael Porter Jr. and
And-
Jokic.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I didn't see that last
Yeah,
one
not
coming.
JaVale. Not JaVale.
How would you characterize the pregame availability with Michael Malone today?
That's an interesting question. I don't know if he gave off any one particular vibe. Maybe all business. Typical Malone. I mean, he really stressed that this is going to be a hard-fought series. It's not going to be easy either way. Talked a little bit about Jamal Murray, who's going to be in the house tonight, guys.
Yeah.
And he said, look, Jamal's a leader of this team, whether he plays or not. And that he's going to find ways to help this team. They just won't be scoring points tonight, but he'll find ways to help.
In pregame, by the way, Jamal Murray down on the court, getting shots up. Ill-advised, I would say, but
Yeah, dude.
inspirational nonetheless.
Get some shots down, dude. Like take a break,
The
bro.
two eyes, ill-advised, inspirational.
It was ill-advised but inspirational. I think him being around the team will have an impact, and I'm really curious to see what that impact will be over the coming days. He has been rehabbing in Los Angeles and away from the team, so it actually is kind of a big deal that he's back with everybody. And look, they're going to need him, man. Like the mental toughness of this team with Jamal on the court, you get all of it. And I think he's the toughest dude. Like him and Jokic are just head and shoulders above everybody. Tough mentally dudes. But having him there, I feel like you get 10% of that. You get something out of it, out of his toughness.
Yeah, I think so. And remember, some of this team is different, right, from the team that used to play Portland. But not Jokic, not Jamal.
Yeah.
And they remember that series. And Jamal's gonna have to do everything he can to keep himself from getting on the court. He will bring the energy. He will bring leadership. It matters that he's in the house.
I mean, it's Jamal Murray. He's like the inspiration for the team. They're playing for him. And also, he's been there now. He's not, like a rookie or like a one-time type of guy. Like, he's been there to the top of the mountain. He was the talk of the bubble last year. So you go to him, and for him to be available shows that he's trending in the right direction, and also he's a part of the team. So why not have him around? I'm excited that he's there.
Yeah, man. Like Jamal Murray has been jumping to the defense of Nikola Jokic online. He's like become part of the Nuggets, like the team outside the team. Like he's part of the NCU, even though he is a Denver Nugget. Like,
I like that.
There's something nice about like just having that perspective of like, he's part of the team, but he also like is very involved in what's going on the outside. Can sort of bring that that perspective and that energy and like get people hyped. Like it's cool to know that the people that you are going to war with care and want to be on your side and like will put themselves in uncomfortable situations to make sure that you're there and you feel supported by them. It's like it's a big deal.
Absolutely, it's going to make an impact. Let's move on because we got to keep the show moving. This is the nightcap. The Nuggets game is Nuggets Blazers, and it's the nightcap of a pretty eventful day in the NBA. How much NBA did you guys get a chance to? I watched all. I haven't. The only game I haven't really watched has been this Brooklyn Boston game.
I was just going to say I missed that one.
Yeah, because I've been at the bar talking to people. But Eric, nonstop.
I woke up pretty hungover. I'm gonna shoot you straight. I'm gonna shoot all of you straight.
On a scale of 1 to a million, how good of a night was last night's Avs game here at the DNVR Bar?
Scrolling through my tweets last night, it seemed like it was a million. I'll have to verify this with RK. I have no idea. It seemed like it was great. So I woke up and I watched in a haphazard manner a little bit of a few games.
Okay. All right, there you go.
So I'm ready, guys.
Dev, you have your eye on the TV today?
I am a NBA fan. I love it all. So I definitely was locked in, especially that first game. That intrigued me, and for it to come down to an overtime game was exciting. Every single piece of it. I loved it. Took it all in.
Yeah, I watched the end of the Heat game. That was really cool.
Well, here's my point. So watching today, what stood out to you as you're watching the games? Like just that kind of reminds you. I'll go first so you kind of know where I'm going with this, but I'm nervous. I'm watching Miami, Milwaukee. I don't really have a dog in the fight. I'm kind of going for Milwaukee, but I don't really have a reason to. Nervous. Whole time I'm watching it, intense.
Yeah.
You can see the players are playing harder than usual, and it's just everything. Like, I'm not going to lie, guys. Tonight, we're going to go through the ringer. Like, no matter what. Like, that's just how playoffs are. You really right. So that was the thing that stood out to me watching it, is like, man, guys are nervous. Guys are competing hard. Intensity is through the roof.
Yep.
And then watching that second game, that Mavericks-Clippers game, I was just sort of reminded of the different approaches and how Dallas sort of hid some of their cards and played it close to their chest in terms of their defensive coverage of Luka. Had to adjust it multiple times throughout the game. It's not the same as it was for 72 games. Here's our 5, here's your 5. Let's see who wins. These coaches are going to be deep in their bags, and it's a different approach. And these teams are going to – it's not about what you do well. It's about, can the team make you do what you don't want to do, and how can you do the same?
Somebody just bought me a shirt, by the way.
Yeah,
IGZ14.
Well, by the way, $20. I mean, come on.
I get a discount.
Okay, cool.
I get a discount.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, homie.
The thing that stands out to me in those
Ugly.
games is how important the coaching is
Right.
In the playoffs. I don't think that it really matters as much throughout the regular season, but in the playoffs, you get to see players get attacked in different ways that you did not see all season long. Like the switch onto Zubac the entire game, that was insane, that you don't see throughout the regular season, or you don't pay attention to it, which also bring me back to nervous, because it's like, who on the Nuggets is going to get attacked, or who are they going to try to like go after?
I've got a strong guess. Yeah.
So those, I knew the answer.
I mean, we don't know.
But I'm
It
saying
could be
those are the
anybody.
things that you think about.
And Denver knows the answer too. And this whole week, the nice thing about having a whole week is you come into work on Monday or Tuesday, whatever the first day was that they actually got together, and it's like, hey, here's what they're going to do. We know it. Here's what they're going to do. Here's how we're going to prepare for it. So hopefully, mentally, the team is sort of is ready for that.
I'm really interested to see how they try to get Facu switched onto bigger offensive players. Like that's something we sort of like talked about the entire year. There was a question of whether or not Facu could actually hold his own in this league, because you can switch if you get him, on the block with a bigger player. You switch somehow.
Yeah.
That has proven to be a successful strategy.
Right,
So
right.
we'll see how it goes. But I would imagine Facu and MPJ are going to be viewed as the two weak spots in the chain defensively.
And I wrote about this today on the list. The Blazers have one of the fewest assist rates in all the NBA. They're not a pass-heavy team.
No.
They're a lot of pick and roll, but they're also a lot of ISO. I mean, they got a lot of ISO players. And that was one of the things I wrote about with Facu was, I don't know, we think so much about pick and roll coverage. I kind of wonder if they're going to go away from pick and roll and say, rather than try to work to do this, which Facu's so good at avoiding screens anyway, so little, maybe just try to ISO him, and Damian tries to get to those step backs. And I think stopping him early on those, momentum early in this game is going to mean a lot. John Schumann at NBA.com had a great stat today. The Nuggets are the second least reliant on the three-pointer to win, meaning when they shoot well and when they shoot poorly, their records there's the smallest gap between records. Portland was the opposite. When they shot well, they won. When they shot poorly, they did not win, and it was very stark. So getting defense into the game early, in particular on Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Norman Powell, making those guys work early, that's going to be the biggest key.
Malone did mention that Portland is one of the most heavy screening teams in the league. They love to do that, and they love to find threes.
Flare screens, off-ball screens a lot.
And so we did get a little bit of insight into the strategy. No surprise here, but Malone talked about having the bigs at the level on those screens. It's going to be probably the only viable option as you try to survive Portland's approach.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So the other thing that stood out to me as I'm watching these games today was just how big shots are from role players.
Dude.
And I'm watching, especially that Dallas series.
Finney Smith?
They were making them, and exactly,
Hardaway
Brunson,
Jr.
Hardaway, like Richardson. Not
Austin Rivers.
that these guys can't make threes. It's just that everyone they made felt monumental, especially in the second half. You're like,
It's like found money.
Finney Smith, it's like, yeah, if he hits this, man, it's a miracle. Boom, hits it like
4 times.
Completely did like the whole game. So tonight, you're going to see Paul Millsap, JaMychal Green, Austin Rivers. You're going to see the ball in their hands on open shots, and it's just going to, the weight of those plays is going to be so heavy.
There's these guys are going to be open, and they're going to be open for a reason. And there's a difference between dudes who hit enough shots across 72 and guys who scare your playoff defense into switching up what they're doing. That's why I picked Paul Millsap as the X factor coming into this series.
Yeah.
He's going to be open, fellas, at times. I know he's not going to be with the starters, but he's going to have to knock down some big shots.
One of the people that I brought up was Facu. I know for a fact they're going to say, let Facu beat us. They're going to say if he could get going offensively, then we'll adjust. But this is a game that Facu has to get out to a hot start and try to make his way offensively, because I know for a fact that you're going to give him as many open shots as he can take. If he hits them, then they have to adjust. If he doesn't hit them, it's going to be a long day for the Nuggets.
Great point.
Yeah. The last thing that stood out to me today, guys, superstars step up. Yeah, superstar Dev.
We sure do. There's something about us, man.
Hey, a superstar always jumps off the screen even in the regular season. But I'm telling you, I'm watching that Dallas game, and in the first half, really the first 3 quarters, Luka had a little bit of a tough time down the stretch, as you'd expect. But the first 3 quarters, he stepped up. And it was like you watched the first game, Giannis struggle, little ups and downs. Drew Holiday defensively having it. Chris Middleton hits the shot. Like, tonight is the night for superstars. And I'm excited to see ours.
We've got one I feel like might be if you're the MVP of the league, are you a superstar?
You're indeed a superstar, man.
And we've got and a guy whose peers and teammates call him Showtime.
Showtime.
Does that count as a superstar
I think
in
so.
the making, at least?
Man, we've waited so long for Michael Porter Jr.'s time, fellas.
It's
now.
We have, dude.
It's now.
Think about Michael Porter
I know.
Jr.
I can't imagine.
So now, guys, we're going to move on and go live to Ball Arena.
A little windy
and
here.
bring in the man with the wind in his hair. Reporting live.
The spin.
Whoa!
The spin and the
spin
salute.
move. All right, Harrison. How are the vibes at Ball Arena? I can't hear him. Hold on a second. There you go. Yep.
The vibes are great. 8,000 people here tonight. You can
Here's Matt.
tell there's a difference. There's Matt.
Hey, Matt.
First game of the year.
What'd you say?
But no, guys, the craziest thing here in pregame warm-ups,
Can you hear him?
you can hear the Let's Go Nuggets chants.
Kale, can you hear him? All right. Harrison, this internet and audio with your mask on, it's just not working, man. It's too loud.
I feel like the internet is being drawn down. Moore's
Just on a
drinking
scale of
milkshake.
1 to 10, I'm going to ask only yes or no questions, and you can say yes or no. Are the vibes immaculate at Ball Arena?
Yes.
Yeah! Let's go. Hey, I need to run through a wall!
Harrison, was it good to see Jamal Murray pregame? All right, Harrison, do you get a sense that the team is ready for the game? Yeah! Let's go!
3 for 3.
Oh, it's time to
Harrison,
party.
are you ready for the game?
Oh my God, please be yes.
What are we going to do? The vibes are immaculate. All right, Harrison, I think that's all we can do. I think that's all we got, man. Vibe check from Ball Arena.
Dude.
A little too loud.
Mom made pizza rolls.
Holy smokes, dude. My personal vibes?
Through the roof?
You tell me. Look into my eyes.
I'm feeling it. Woo.
Wind is by far and away our most professional employee. He's at a playoff game. Throwing up thumbs up.
Thumbs up or thumbs down. She's like, I don't know, guys. This game sucks. What a bummer, though. But good sport there, Harrison Wind. Who, by the way, if you guys missed it at the beginning, the banger voiceover from Harrison, man. Get you all
The bang guest.
The bangest.
Nobody has a thumbs up like Harrison does.
Dude.
I just tell you that right now.
I gotta say, I felt every thumbs up pushed me up. Just that much higher.
It was an igniter. I feel like it was a lighter.
The light is just igniting every time.
It was a Little Wayne flicker.
Ball Arena tonight, I mean, honestly, 43.5%. Like, I'm so excited. We watched the Avs this week. And we're talking about the playoffs. We talk about Avs playoffs as well, because you kind of get a taste of it there. The Avs, I feel like, built momentum as this. Like, this last game was an ass whooping, and it was like and you just feel that going. And you watch the arena, especially at Ball Arena, the first 2 games. It looked full to me.
Yep.
It looked like that crowd, comparing it to what it was, it looked like it was a full one. And I think I honestly can't wait to see the energy from the unit to start the game.
Pom-poms flying.
Dude, I think we're going to feel it from here, and I think Portland's going to hear it. Portland's going to feel it, too. And most importantly, the Denver Nuggets will feel it. This is a team, at least across 72, got out to some of the hottest starts in the league. They can be a first-quarter team. It's a big key for me tonight, guys.
Another stat from John Schumann today I thought was interesting. Denver is the best first-quarter team in the NBA, and they win first quarter. Their first-quarter net rating is bigger than any other team's any quarter.
Really?
Isn't that wild? Denver's first quarter more dominant than anybody's any quarter.
Why don't I bet on the first quarter more?
We should every time.
We do.
We do actually quite a bit.
All right, well.
Speaking of which, is it that time?
Holy smokes.
Is that time to open up DraftKings Sportsbook?
America's
and not
top
only
rated
is tonight,
sportsbook app?
thank you, using promo code DNVR, not only are we going to watch this game and have fun, we are also going to make some money. So give us, Dev, what do you got? What's the line, first of all?
Well, earlier it started at 1.5, so let's pull out our good one.
So people are betting Portland. Bunch of suckers.
Bunch of suckers, dude.
So it's 1. Yep. So it's switched over.
Okay.
1.
Nuggets by 1.
Oh.
No.
Nuggets are favored by 1.
Were they
Yeah,
underdogs
they
to
are.
start?
No, they were never
They were-
underdogs.
Dude,
They were also 1.
Also, great news. Apparently, the Dallas game went above like 20 points or whatever.
Oh,
0
man,
points.
I'm
It hit.
so glad
It
that-
hit.
yes,
It hit.
it
It went
hit.
above 0
The
points.
hammer the over.
Hammer the
actually
over.
hit.
All
Arcade
right.
does not need
Great
to
job, everyone.
streak down Colfax naked or cut his leg off.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't have to commit capital murder.
There is.
We made a lot of promises.
I should mention that there is an odds boost today if you want it. It's a little bit of a tough one. Jokic triple-double boosted to plus 300. I don't think he'll get the triple-double tonight, though. That's the thing.
I still think you should take it.
Yeah, you know what?
It's a fun-ass bet. It's
a fun-ass
odds
bet.
boosted. Like,
It's a
game
bad
one.
I mean, it's $25 like is the most that it goes with.
Yeah.
Do it.
Whatever.
Do it.
So like let's just take a look at the other prop bet. First off, we won. One, if you do that, you might as well just take the money line. Like, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. You like the money line tonight?
I do like the Nuggets. I feel like the Nuggets are going to come out inspired and play inspired ball. So let's take the Nuggets. We all think that the Nuggets are going to win. That's why we're here.
I'm throwing a unit on it, man. I like
Let's
it.
assume the Nuggets watch that Harrison Wynn segment and they're like
Woo-wee.
ready to
ready to go.
Yeah,
kill.
the Thumb War champion? There's no way.
The Thumb War
no way. All right, so then you go over to player props. One player prop that just stands off of the board, we might as well just lock it in.
Okay.
Michael Porter Jr., 23.5.
It's a lock?
I love it. It's a lock.
All right.
It's a
He's
lot.
going to score. If there's one player, actually, if there's 2 players on the Nuggets that know they can get whatever the hell it is that they want, it's Michael Porter Jr. and Jokic.
Yep.
They're going to score the ball in Portland. They don't care. They said you could score on us. We're going to try to outscore you on the other end. So let's lock in Michael Porter Jr., 23.5.
Okay.
You look at some other lines that they have here. Jokic is at 28.5.
It's a lot.
They respect him.
They do.
They respect him in the playoffs, which you should. He's the MVP of the league. He's the best player in the NBA right now.
Dude.
Like, we love it.
Not only is it 28.
You like 28 and a half?
Well, not only is it 28, it's minus 148.
Yeah, that's wild to
They're
me.
saying it's a certainty.
Wow.
Here's an interesting one. It almost works as a preview. Aaron Gordon, 10.5 points.
I like the over.
That was my X factor.
I like
in
the
this
over.
thing.
I don't love it. It's not my lock, but I like it. I think Aaron Gordon scores tonight.
I think Denver tries.
If you want a complete lock with Aaron Gordon, 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
That is a lock.
He's
That's
going
a
to be
better
in
lock.
the game the entire. We always worry about like where's Aaron Gordon in the second half? Where's Aaron Gordon in the fourth quarter? You don't have to worry about it. Aaron Gordon is going to be in the game in the second half because they need him defensively. He also knows that this is what he was made for. This postseason run. 18.5 is the easy. That's the lock of the game for me.
Holy smokes.
You ready for my lock?
Yes,
Dude, it's our lock, by the way.
It
It's
is
our
our
lock.
lock.
I don't want this to be.
Guys, Nikola Jokic tonight.
Over.
1.5 3-pointers.
Over.
Now, here's the thing. The first game they played, he took 6 threes. Second game he played, he took 6
Six
threes.
threes.
Third game he played, he took 3 threes in 1/2, on pace for 6.
He's trying to
I
lose.
think he's going to take probably 7 tonight because he's going to play even extra minutes. And here's the thing. It is an enormous battleground for him to make threes enough to draw.
Yes, it is.
To draw Yusuf Nurkic out of the paint. I think not only does he break this, I think he breaks it in the first quarter.
I
I think he takes 3 3-pointers in the first quarter,
Yes.
and I think he goes 2 of 3 or 3 of 3.
is it plus money?
Yes, it's plus 140, dude. It's like what is happening is that DraftKings is looking at the fact that Nikola Jokic has been cold from 3.
They are, yep.
Going into to the back half of the season when he wasn't like really engaged or trying. But yes, Adam,
Lock
you're so
it in,
right.
baby.
Somebody asked me today. They texted me. They were like, "Yo, what should I bet?" I'm like, Jokic threes, my man. Like
Jokic
that
threes, baby.
is going to be the MO. Is to get Nikola Jokic is going to want to get those big centers out of the paint, so that we can get movement by Aaron Gordon. We can get movement by Michael Porter Jr. Like it's very important that he hits them. So he's going to do it.
You got some more, Dev? You want to go through some more here?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Of course I do. First off, let's make sure we lock those in. Those
Oh, man,
locks.
I'm locked, baby. I put
Holy
that in.
smokes.
as
I gotta
we
be
were
honest, I
talking.
only took one of those. I'm not locking them all in.
Well, which one did you not take?
I just took the one that I liked, the threes.
Whatever. I also think so. If you go over to assists, Jokic is at 8.5. I don't think he's going to pass the ball much because it's baby food. He understands that they cannot guard him. I'm going to take the under on Jokic assists. 8.5, I feel is pretty high. That's why I'm not going to take
pretty high.
the triple double.
The triple-double, if you're going to take the triple-double, take that with the odds boost. Forget the 8.5.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he gets 9 and you kick yourself, but
Can I bring you back to last season and the learnings that we
what did we learn?
We learned because we bet on it every single game and it hit every single game that Jokic rebounds at an unbelievable clip in
that's so
playoff
true.
games.
This is a
In
great,
important
great
games,
point.
Jokic rebounds his ass off.
They rebound a lot, too.
Yes, but I think I said stay away from it, but the more I thought about it, like that's what we learned about Nikola Jokic last year is that like when the game was bigger, the rebounds got higher, the rebound totals got higher and higher because he needed them and he needed to get them.
He also
needed,
understands that like second possessions is like important,
Yes.
like for his team,
Yes.
and also to limit the other team's second points. It's plus money and it's 11.5.
Yep.
Do we like the over on that?
Yes.
I'm
dude.
taking it. I have a free bet, so I just used my free bet on it.
I'm telling you,
Why
like, we learned this last year. This is when we first started to really learn how to walk alongside our beloved Serbian prince into profit land, was to see the things that you can rely on him doing in these big games. And in big games, the man just rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't give you guys a real lock.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what I'm saying?
A real one.
The one that actually
That one I
stands
just bet all of
out.
my money on was not the real
The
loss.
one that
Come at me,
stands
dude.
out.
Wow, I am so screwed. That
Are we
There's so
going
many
Dame?
layers to
earlier,
this
yeah.
lock.
Are we going Dame or CJ? Who are we going here?
CJ is only at 22.5.
That's low.
That is low.
That is low.
Wow.
That's low.
Like, that's actually,
I can't do it. It's playoff time. Guys, playoff time. I can't do it. Can't do it. You do it. You make your money. It's smart. You're giving
I'm
the
not
people
only going to
advice.
do it, other people should also
Yeah.
do it. I've seen Henry, he pulled his phone out.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's doing it. Other people are
that
going
phone
to
Put
do
back
that
it.
phone away,
You
Henry.
put that phone
Put
back.
that away.
My boy Edgar is here. Michelle is here. She's doing it. Everybody's doing
Anyone
it.
up here that took that bet, get the
Get the F out of the VIP.
What's
And you
happening
guys
here?
know this is a mandatory bet for me, no matter how irresponsible or what the odds look
Let's
like.
go.
Facundo Campazzo
let's
rebounds
go,
3.5. I'm taking the
Oh,
over.
yeah, that's the
Lock
over.
it in. Lock it in.
Man, Campazzo rebounds. I actually do like that one. You know what? It is irresponsible, but I'll put
It's
a 5
so
piece on it.
irresponsible.
I got a lot of bets here. I'm betting all positive Nuggets one. And here's the last one, guys. Michael Porter threes, 3.5. It's about even value.
3.5
Here's
is
the thing.
always the line of
Really? It's a
demarcation.
great line. Like,
It's
this
the
is a
line of
stay away.
demarcation. This is
but
like they've
here's my
ruined us
question.
with this.
Do you want tonight to be rooting for Michael Porter three-pointers?
Of course, I'm going to do it either way.
But are you going to do it a little extra, like as if you called it? If you put a little unit on it. Put a little unit on it.
I mean, I think it's important at this point in time to point out that our bets have no impact on the game itself.
That's what he thinks.
But
I'm just saying I'm in on Michael Porter threes, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went for 12 of them tonight.
it's possible. It's entirely possible.
All right, guys.
Let's freaking
Let's
go.
freaking go.
Oh, I just
Come
got nervous.
on.
It just got real.
Guys,
ready
it
to
did
run
just
through
get
the
real. Hit the like button on your way out. Make sure you join us back right here immediately after the game. It's going to be a big one. How are we feeling? How are we feeling, Deb, before we sign
I
off?
think you're going to come back for the winner's lounge.
You feeling it?
Dude, you expect me to back down?
I don't expect you to back down.
It's a winner's lounge night, baby. It's a winner's lounge night. Let's do it.
Hit that like button. We'll see everybody after the game.
Let's go!